Welcome to Secret Love. There are things that seem simple, but contain deep care that only those who really care will realize. They may not say, "I love you," every day, but they will silently do small things to make you feel safe and happy. A worried look when you are tired, a patience when you are stubborn, or simply being ready to help even when no one asks. That is the sincere love that men have for the women they cherish. 1. He simply says, "I love you." In fact, saying these 3 words is a big turning point for some guys. Because it means much more than simply expressing emotions. For some people, it is like a life sentence. For others, it comes with adventure. When I said those 3 words, I felt like I was putting my whole life in her hands. It was scary. Only when I truly trusted her and knew that she wouldn't throw away my love did I dare say those words. In this case, the fear of rejection overcame everything. Rejection is incredibly painful for most men, and the words, "I love you," are seen as an invitation to be hurt. Most men need to feel very secure in the relationship and certain of a woman's feelings for them before they dare say those 3 words. To others, saying, "I love you," means, "I'm committed and I'm here to do anything for you." For many men, love is expressed through actions. So these 3 words are a promise of what will be done. Saying these 3 words makes them feel like they are there, devoted to her, and supportive. If they don't, they will just feel like a follower. When some guys say, "I love you," it means, "I won't leave," or, "I will be faithful." This is scary for some men. They see these words as a promise, and if the promise is broken, they will be hurt. Men don't want to break a promise to you. Most want to follow through and give you what they want. After all, they want you to be happy with them and for them to be happy with themselves. Ultimately, when a man says, "I love you," it's not just an expression of feelings. It's a deep commitment, a willingness to be vulnerable, and a promise of greater things. Understanding the meaning behind these words will make you appreciate what he has to offer you more. 2. He shows affection. There are many types of gifts that men can give their girlfriends, including jewelry, candy, flowers, and special notes. But there are others that not all women realize. For example, for some guys, spending time with you is a gift. When they spend more time with you than with their family and friends, it's a way for them to say they love you. They enjoy being around you. Others choose other gifts, or they're there for you when things are tough. They visit your family. They do errands for you. They share difficult tasks. They put you first in their plans and schedules. If this is your guy, remember that like many men, he's not comfortable expressing his emotions directly. So these actions are a sign that he cares about you. 3. He's physically intimate. Loving can mean anything from holding hands to making love. In fact, many guys express their affection most easily during sex. That's because after being intimate, they feel like they've truly loved you and been loved in return. Physical contact breaks down barriers and creates a sense of closeness that's hard to achieve in other situations. This is a sensitive area, because intimacy means different things to different people. Most women need affection, caressing, and even closeness, because that is what makes them feel loved. Many girls even want to hear loving words during sex. So when a man is open, devoted, and affectionate with a woman, that is how he shows love. For him, love means meeting all the needs of his lover, while also having all his own needs met. However, there are also guys who see sex as a way to fill in the gaps in the relationship. They feel that if intimacy is good, everything else will fall into place. Usually, if intimacy is reluctant or absent, it is a sign of a lack of affection or trouble in the relationship. For those people, Intimacy is an emotional gauge of what's happening in every aspect of his life. If you've followed this far, please leave a comment. I want to be happy. That's what you'll motivate us to do, to make more meaningful videos. If you haven't liked the video yet, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support us. We'll give you a heart. Thank you very much. 4. He will introduce you to his family. Another way to say, I love you, is to introduce you to his family and close friends. That's often a sign that he has deep feelings for you. Not only does it mean that he's proud of you, but he also wants to connect you with people who mean something to him. He wants you to care about those people and for those people to care about you. It is a true sign of commitment and mature love in him. And it also proves that you have become an important part of his life. Some men compartmentalize their love life. They need someone to date, someone to have sex with, and someone to marry. By recognizing these people in his life, you will know if he wants you for life or just for a temporary fling. The deepest love is sharing every part of yourself with another person. Keeping a diary of your relationship will help. This will prevent actions or expressions of affection from being overlooked and wasted. Sometimes we are too busy to stop and say thank you. Take a few minutes each night to write down what you received during the day and what you gave. You will be surprised to realize what your boyfriend has done for you. At the same time, it will help you find new ways to express your love to him. When he brings you into his world, it proves that you have become an indispensable part of his life. Cherish this and respond with understanding and sincere love. When it comes to love, women often expect sweet words, romantic gestures or attentive care. But men have a different way of expressing their feelings that women sometimes do not realize. They do not always express it through words or predictable actions. Instead, their love can be in the little things, the silent sacrifices that if you are not careful enough, you may miss. Why do men not express their love directly? Partly because they are not good at expressing their feelings. Partly because they are afraid of being hurt when putting their hearts in the hands of others. However, if you pay attention, you will notice that their love is always present in very unique ways. Love is not always expressed through flowery words or romantic gestures. Men have their own ways of expressing their feelings. Sometimes not easily noticed but extremely sincere. Learn to feel and appreciate those small but meaningful things, because those are the clearest signs of true love. If you understand this, you will realize that love does not need to be too ostentatious, but just sincere enough to make both of you feel happy. And 5 signs of touching if he likes you but doesn't say it. Let's find out more. Are you wondering if that guy really likes you, even though he has never said it? Sometimes, the deepest feelings do not need words, but are sent through seemingly random gestures. An accidental light touch, a moment that lasts longer than usual, or even a suspiciously clumsy action, all can be hidden signs. Let's explore the following 5 subtle signs of touch, where he may be sending messages that you haven't yet realized. Are you missing something important? 1. That is shy and confused eyes when meeting her. When a guy has feelings for you, you may notice that his eyes become shy and confused every time he meets you. This is one of the clear signs of attraction that he doesn't have to say a word. He may often avoid looking you straight in the eye, or when your eyes meet, he may quickly look away and blush. When you and he are talking, if he sneaks a glance at you and then quickly looks down at the ground or quickly looks away, it may be a sign that he feels embarrassed by your presence. That is when you like someone. The eyes will say it all. Always be there for you at the right time. At the right time. A guy who likes you will always find a way to be there for you at the right time. whether it's when you need help or simply to share moments in life with you. He may always be there when you need someone to talk to or when you are having a hard time. For example, if you find that he often shows up when you need a friend to talk to, or he takes the initiative to invite you out for coffee when you are feeling down, it shows that he is trying to be with you more and create opportunities to build a relationship. 2. He always takes the initiative to care about you. When a guy likes you, he will take the initiative to care about you in many different ways. From asking about your health to listening to you share the little things in life. His care is not just an action but also a sincere attitude towards you. If he often asks you about your day, the problems you are having, or even remembers small details from previous conversations, this proves that he cares about you and wants to know more about you. 3. He's always attentive and there for you. He likes to touch you when you talk. A pretty obvious sign of interest is if he likes to touch you when you're talking. Gentle gestures like putting his hand on your shoulder, touching your hand when emphasizing something, or patting you on the back can all be ways he shows his interest. For example, when you're sharing an interesting story, if he accidentally touches your hand or puts his hand on your shoulder naturally, this can be a sign that he feels comfortable and wants to have a close connection with you. 4. He's willing to give up bad habits for you. When a guy is willing to give up bad habits for you, this is a strong sign of affection and willingness to change to gain your acceptance. He may give up bad habits or change his behavior to make you feel more comfortable. For example, if he is a gamer, but accidentally heard you say you don't like guys who play games and he gives up this habit, it proves that you mean a lot to him. 5. A guy gives up a bad habit because of you. It means he really likes you. What should you do when you know he likes you? After identifying the signs that he really loves you, the next step you should take is, and this is also a way to handle things skillfully when you also like him when you don't like him. Acknowledge your feelings, and consider the future of the relationship. For example, if you feel happy and excited when thinking about him, it is a sign that you have feelings. Make it clear that you don't have feelings for him and don't want to continue the ambiguous relationship. For example, if you feel uninterested when he asks you out, it may be a sign that you don't like him. Create opportunities for intimacy. Create opportunities for the two of you to get closer and get to know each other better. For example, invite him to go for a walk or participate in activities together. Avoid creating opportunities to clarify your feelings. For example, don't agree to invitations or plans for dates if you don't want to continue the relationship. Cherish the opportunities to get closer to each other to get to know each other better. But also be clear about your feelings to avoid unnecessary misunderstandings. Share your interests and passions. Share your interests and passions to create more connection. For example, invite him to join you in your hobbies like cooking or reading. Avoid oversharing your interests or passions if you are not interested. For example, don't invite him to participate in personal activities if you do not want to continue the relationship. Communicate honestly, and discuss your relationship with him. For example, we have good feelings for each other. I think we should get to know each other better. Communicate gently and honestly about your feelings. For example, I appreciate your feelings, but I do not have special feelings for you. Maintain a polite distance. Maintain the relationship and create a foundation for a romantic relationship. Maintain a polite distance to avoid misunderstandings and hurt feelings. For example, respond to texts or calls briefly and politely. Respect privacy. Respect and protect each other's personal space so that the relationship can develop naturally. For example, give each other personal time and space. Respect his privacy and do not bother him after you are clear about your feelings. For example, do not continue to text or call him if you have rejected him. Stay true to your feelings. Stay true to your feelings and work with him to develop the relationship. For example, make sure you and he have meaningful and honest conversations. Stay true to your feelings and do not let them control your actions. For example, do not let his feelings make you feel responsible for maintaining the relationship. Always be honest with your feelings, but do not let them overwhelm you so that you can make the best decisions for the relationship. Plan for the future. Plan fun dates to keep the relationship exciting. For example, invite him to the movies or participate in a new activity. Avoid making plans if you don't want to continue the relationship. For example, decline invitations to personal or intimate activities. Be yourself. Always be yourself in the relationship and don't lie. For example, show the truth about yourself without having to change to please him. Stay true to yourself and don't create false impressions about yourself. For example, be honest about your feelings without making him think you might change your mind. More surprisingly, when you realize there are 5 signs of touching if he likes you. Whether you have feelings for the guy or not, it is very important to handle the situation tactfully and sincerely. If you like him, take the opportunity to build a relationship. On the contrary, if you don't have feelings for him, handle the situation gently and clearly to avoid hurting the other person. Be attentive to recognize the small but meaningful signs from him. Because sometimes sincere feelings do not need words but lie in the simplest actions. If you find the video useful, please share it with many people, as well as subscribe to the channel. Like, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next video.